Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to Ken's Geek Side. And today I'll be reviewing Shotaro Ishinomori's Kamen Rider manga. The comic book slash manga that started the whole genre in Japan. A little background on Shotaro Ishinomori himself. He got started in his career in the manga industry by entering and winning several manga competitions, catching the eye of Osamu Tezuka, the creator of cult classic Astro Boy. Now, Ishinomori is known as the Stan Lee of Japan, and in 2007, he won Guinness's World Record for the most comic books published by one author. That dude published 770 titles. Gosh damn, that man was busy. He was also the creator of one of the cult classics, Power Rangers, or in Japan, Super Sentai. And get this, Super Sentai was based off of Kamen Rider. Some of his works include, like I said, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Cyborg 009, Inazuman, and countless other Japanese tokusatsu series. And so today, today, in remembrance of Shotaro Ishinomori and the 50th anniversary of Kamen Rider, I will be reviewing the manga that started it all, the 50th anniversary edition of Kamen Rider. This little book right here. Well, it's not little. See this? This is 855 pages long. So okay, this review does contain spoilers, so this is your warning. If you don't want to know what happens in this 855 page book, then I suggest you keep watching. I don't know. So let's get the cons out of the way first. There are some plot holes in there. How he got his suit. When he first appears as Kamen Rider, he fell down a ledge and then he appeared and he had his suit. But when he was escaping the Shocker facility, he didn't grab anything, so that was a little bit confusing on my end. It is shown that the suit can be stored in a little compartment in his motorcycle called Cyclone, so it can't physically appear out of thin air, can it? Throughout the series, I believe that he could transform and the suit will automatically appear, but usually at the end of each boss fight, he will all take off his helmet, so I don't know where his suit is coming from. It was also pretty cringe. Sometimes I forget that I'm reading a kid's comic, and you know, in the heat of battle, when you're reading it, it's pretty cool and all, and then he says this really weird, like it's supposed to be like uplifting, like power of the wind, give me strength or something like that, and it ruins the whole atmosphere of the fight. Like it brings the intensity down. So you're just like, oh, and also the comedy timing sucks. It's always inserted at the wrong time. It just didn't work for me. So, I don't know, there's that. Now, the pros. It is a good manga. Not great, but good. If I was a kid, I could really see myself just being glued onto this manga. And I also appreciate that the live action series didn't stick to the manga. In the beginning of the live action series, it did, but Hiroshi Fujioka, who played Hongo Takeshi, Kamen Rider Ichigo, suffered an injury on set, which he had to be taken out of the show. So the producers and writers and everything had to rewrite the whole script where, you know, Hongo Takeshi is now in America fighting Shocker in America here. But in the manga, dude straight up got shot and he dead. But he does make a return at the end. You know, when he died, the only thing that survived was his brain. And so for a while in the manga, Hongo Takeshi's character was reduced down to a brain in like one of those scientific water jars. And he's still alive. His mind is still alive. Still kicking. The pacing of the book is actually pretty good too. It doesn't slow down one bit. It just keeps going from one thing to the next, and sometimes it does feel a little bit rushed, but it knows when to take a break. The manga gets to flesh out our characters more of Hongo Takeshi and Ichimoji Hayato, so we're able to connect with them more. I also feel like Hongo was inspired by Bruce Wayne, aka the Batumon. In the show, there's this character named Tachibana Tobe, who is Hongo's coach and mentor, but in the actual manga, he was Hongo Takeshi's butler. And Hongo is so freaking rich because his parents were something like head of a pharmaceutical company or something like that, and left him with all this money. I mean, in the manga, Hongo had, it's kind of like a bat cave, but down in his basement, there's like a whole bunch of medical equipment, scientific stuff, his own personal doctors that know he's Kamen Rider, that doesn't snitch. So that's very cool. So yeah, final thoughts on this Kamen Rider 50th anniversary manga, the first Kamen Rider manga that started it all. It was fun and nostalgic to read this piece of Japanese manga history, or Japanese tokusatsu history. And I'm glad I did, because I've been a big fan of Kamen Rider since I was a wee little boy. And even though this manga isn't like the original first edition book, it's still the first tale of our bug-themed superhero. Kamen Rider started off as an idea, and then a book, and then a show, and then a movie that garnished over millions of fans throughout the whole world. Happy 50th anniversary to my first superhero, Kamen Rider. Alright guys, and that's the end of my video. So if you guys like this kind of content, or just like geek stuff with Kamen Rider in general, definitely hit that like button, subscribe, share this video with your friends and family, and just share it. It'll help me out tremendously. Thank you guys. Thank you, camera too. Anyways, yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys later.